sports listeners. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday. This whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes. Woo! And all those people and businesses that support those teen athletes. I love it when somebody shows up.
I know. It's been a very long time.
And I love it when she's here. Look at that. I love you. Got your overalls. I lived in overalls.
They're the most comfortable.
I lived in overalls in high school.
I love them.
College. I can't fit in them right now. I don't look good now overalls. You have to have a certain look. I do, but I'm getting it. I'm going to get into them.
Yes, you are.
Because you look good in them.
Well, thank you.
That's it. I'm going to get into them.
And they're so comfortable.
Do you like overalls?
Yeah, they're okay. I have a pair.
Yeah.
I actually use them to work around the house.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. Well, I am from Arkansas, so I've worn overalls all of my life.
Overalls are in.
Yeah, overalls are in.
If they're not in, they're going to be in now.
Yep.
That's it. You're going to make them in.
You just wait for them there tie-dye overalls coming into fashion. I'll tell you what.
That's it. How's biz?
It's good. It's busy, but good, and it's just
hot. When you break 100 clients a week, it's always busy.
It's always busy.
What's your grand high all time?
Like in a day?
In a day.
In a day, I think I reached one time 38 patients in one day.
Weekly high?
Weekly is probably, average is about 120.
Whew.
I know.
Man.
That's a lot.
It is. Especially because of all the stuff you have to do outside of seeing the patients, dictating.
No, I gotta say, I was like in the waiting room, and I was up at the, in the front, and then it's kind of cute because where you make up your time, if you don't mind me saying, because you don't feel like you're pushed in the room. You have an amazing. Eye to eye. If you feel really warm and friendly with you, where you make up that time to hit that 120, may I say, is your clearance between rooms. You fly. Because I've watched you. Because I do. Because I was, at the waiting room, the reception, so I can see the hallway, where you jump from room to room.
Yeah. And
you fly. You jump.
Yeah.
You're like a leapfrog.
I know. I'm just going.
You just go. You jump. I mean, it's not even like 3 steps. You get there. I mean, we got Sam in the house, Sam Russell. All right. I mean, the quick step that you really need to take lunges from her.
Yeah,
she's got this lunge thing going. Honestly, between step to step, we worked together this last week. You like that little soft hop?
Yeah.
Were you impressed with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit better today in the cage.
Yeah. Did you?
Ah.
We did 3 buckets, 150.
Yep.
It's pretty good. He cracks it. I gotta say, my boys, I don't think they listen to the show, so it's okay. Yeah, he's good. He's better than they were.
Oh,
I gotta say.
That's what they get for not listening, right?
That's it. Well, I'm saying going into his sophomore year, yeah, he smacks. Well, he's first of all, it's a different body style.
Yeah.
He's already like 6. You're 6 right
foot,
now. Yeah. See, my kids are 6 foot now. He hits it now. I mean, so they hit 6 like in their junior year. He's 6 foot now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's strong. Yeah. I like it when John doesn't say anything. So I said, so what do you think? He doesn't say nothing. That means he's good. Because he doesn't believe in inflating. Yeah. So, well, look at him. Look at that smile. Don't you like that? That's confidence.
That is confidence.
That's that new age confidence. Huh? All right, I like it. All right, Jessica's look at him she just gives him the wink, right? What are you doing? She's a pal guy. Pal's in the house. We got Jessica. Yeah. What are you doing?
Not much. Came in to check up on you guys.
Yeah. Oh, making sure we're doing it right. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. She grew up in PAL. Tell us your story. I love your story. You're going down the left-hand side, and you go, no, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do right side.
Yes.
I'm going to do it on the right side. Left side wasn't working too good, and then PAL shows up, and now I'm going to do it on the right side. I like it. So, you want to tell your story? You don't want to hear the story? I like to hear the story. What?
So I was a troubled kid.
Yay! Trouble's good, though.
Just in school.
Yeah.
My grades were really good, but I was always the one getting in trouble. That was just me. Then I met one of the officers from PAL, which was Officer Gutierrez.
Woo! Put your hands together for that guy.
Him and Officer Kent Wojciechowski. They kind of pushed me into, you need to get yourself together. And then they put me in the program. They introduced me to the Explorer
That's all
post.
they said. They looked at you because he's a big boy. Wojo.
Yes.
So he looked at you, and one time he said it, like where was it? In front of
It was more of like, what are you doing?
Oh, okay. Serious?
Just for the same fact that, like I said, my grades were good. Like everything was really good. It was just somehow I was always in trouble. And then from then I met Casey. Butel, now Casey Corbett. She was the one that kept up with me with my grades and pulled me full on into the Explorer post. From then, she mentored me for about 6 years.
Nice. So let's talk about that Explorer post, because a lot of people are not aware of what that really entails.
The Explorer post is an age group between 14 and 21 where kids are able to look at the police work, kind of what officers do on their daily basis, how it is that they come about all the paperwork. So it's not just, I'm going to pull somebody over for whatever reason. This is exactly why, this is what we could do to fix it, and this is how we're going to fix it. So you get to see the ins and outs. We also get to go over to and train with the new officers, get them warmed up to the simunitions. We have simunition things. We go up to the Air Force Base and you kind of just do scenarios, whether it's like active shooter, hostage rescue, things like that. And then we also get to go compete with other agencies.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. And you did well.
Yes.
And, well, you want to talk about that?
I ended up becoming a sergeant for them.
Ooh, sergeant!
Yes.
So people, when you're a sergeant, you actually people have to respect that. So...
Yes, so it is the same chain of command as the regular law enforcement for the police officers. So you have your...
they have to say, yes, sergeant.
Yes.
See, I like that.
So you have your sergeant,
yes,
your lieutenant, and your captain.
And if you don't say, yes, sergeant, there's consequence. Not really.
Not really, but
okay.
It is... I mean,
so if they didn't say
the respect has to be there. It definitely is very structured.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Yes, sergeant.
So I might sound silly, but I don't know what this PALS is. What does that stand for?
See, and she's a doctor. Now we went,
I have
and she
no
sees
idea.
120 people a week. So we want, Dr. May Chandler to know all about this. So let's talk about it.
So PAL stands for Police Activities League. We have we have our teen center at the heart of downtown, over at the corner of Victoria and Chapala. We have tutoring programs. We have music programs. Jiu-jitsu, Teen Fit. They take them to the Montecito YMCA. They work out and bring them back. So we have a lot of opportunities for students to be able to do stuff after school, as opposed to just not having anything to do or
getting in trouble.
Yes, and
what's really, really, really important, and because I thought this for my whole life, and I've been here since I graduated from Westmont, I always thought that it was subsidized, handed money over from the city, state, whatever. So I thought, cake, and when kids go there, it's free. Doesn't cost a child a dime. But I just thought, city of Santa Barbara, because we love our kids. Yeah, it's free. And, the cops or whatever, policeman, sorry, bad word, our law enforcement agencies.
Is that a bad word, cops?
Well, I don't know. I want to make sure I'm politically correct. I don't know what to call it. Mr. Officer, because, some of them know me. Just kidding. Don't tease, that's a joke. One particularly, I accidentally plugged my phone into charge, and he didn't believe me. Okay, so that's a whole other story. What I figured out is that because I was so informed that they raise all of their money on their own. I did not know that. So I was really excited to find that out. And then Dominique and I, over spring break, we donated some time. We made paper. Dominique made paper. I just watched, and it was really fun making paper. And then so I really encourage anybody in Santa Barbara, because how much we love our first responders and our law enforcement officers. If you wanted to donate time and or money, it's just an amazing program. I don't know how many new. Do you know that stat? How many new kids over the summer that you guys?
We were at over 55 a day.
Right.
So we were actually over capacity of our building.
Right.
But we're always open. We don't say you can't come in. We find something to do, whether it's we took them out paintballing, which again we thank you guys for that.
Sure. Teen Sports Radio did that.
Ooh, Ooh, nice.
No, thank you, May. We just thank T Sports Radio. We always like to chip in, like we always like to do that. So, when I find a program that I really like, and that's why when Dominique and I went out there, what I really love about you and PAL is that I see that they participate with the kids. I mean, it's not like, everyone's working on their phone or anything like that. I mean, all of the volunteers, and the secret sauce, I gotta say, is Michelle. Okay, I mean, she's the captain, our co-host, and what she does is she brings in the PAL alum. And I think as...
I was an alum. All of our current staff members are alum.
Yeah.
They were... so we have Stephanie and Ruth, who were prior YLC students. That's the Youth Leadership Council. They work more for the community. I was an alum for the Explorer Post, was working a little bit closer to the police department, but we are all alum.
Yeah,
nice.
So I think I just love her magic, one. And so, it's, again, when you go in there, you go into a lot of clubs and everything, and I've been participating in Santa Barbara and a lot of things. So when I go in there, I'm like... whoa. So again, the kids are excited. When you relate to kids and you were that kid, it's all day. I'm in it all day. So so Santa Barbara, it's a great program, and they welcome anybody just to walk on in and check it out for yourself. And you feel that magic because I just see with the internet, and it's so easy to get disconnected. So I think, feelings, it's just really important to stay connected, and you can't root unless you get that with another human being, because all these little toys and stuff and these computers and stuff, it's just easy to disconnect. And I love you. I mean, because you relate, and it's just a magical place. So definitely. So let's take a little break. And you brought a guest today.
Yes, I did.
Oh, we're going to save her. We're going to secret. It's a secret guest. Okay, so when we get back, we'll talk to that secret guest. And fill up your coffees. We got a big show today. It's Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I'm your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
Hey, before we jump into this guest, I want to talk to our community here. We went to last week. A bunch of my friends and myself went to a little Cancer Center of Santa Barbara nonprofit outing. We went to a little henna party. Put our hands together. So I want to thank a group here. They're Team Miracle Chef, and their logo was Cooking Up a Cure for Cancer. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
That was great cool. I love that. So they did really well. It's actually their house, their little party was actually right across from my house. I live on Los Feliz, and I have this little, I don't know, little wash or whatever you want to call it, creek wash, whatever. And their house is right across, and I was invited to go, and her name was Vandana. Of course, I told you I was going to mess that up because it's your fault, okay?
I messed you up.
I know. So, so we were invited, and her partner, Barbara Potter. Barbara, I know you listened to the show. It was really nice. When I got there in the back, I started talking, and she goes, I know you. I listened to you on the radio. And it was really kind of strange. And then everybody starts looking, right? I hate that. And then it was awesome. Then I always look over to the right, and I'm like looking around, and I hear Erica. And then there she is, Michelle Myring. I'm like, Michelle? It's like, oh my God. And then now we got two people looking because there's a lot of people in the back. So yeah, look at my leg. Awesome, right?
Very beautiful,
little henna on the leg.
So jealous.
I know. Yeah, it was nice. And it was funny because I didn't check out my text because I texted. I did send her a text because, could I invite friends? And she goes, Erica, you invite whoever you wanted. So next time, I think I want to do the little henna party at the house because they raised a lot of money. And I love when women do that and do a little, party like that, little get together, and had food, and it was quite a little gathering. So it was really nice, and Cooking Up a Cure for Cancer. So Barbara, and I know you love the 3:00 in the morning show. So I know as you're laying in bed listening to me, go ahead, do it. get in that piece of pie, as Terry Cooper says, because I know you want to bite. And because I listen to the 3 o'clock in the morning show, and that's when Terry and I and you are rummaging around in the refrigerator.
And Nate, my husband, eating his peanut butter.
We're all like, Nate, get that peanut butter. Who else is listening to 3 o'clock in the morning, Teen Sports Radio? So yeah, put your hands together. We love that. So yeah, and again, another great way to support our community, the Cancer Center of Santa Barbara. So, all right, so let's talk to who. You want to surprise us with your guest?
We have Victoria Salamanca. She was with us a couple weeks ago, and she wanted to come back.
All right, we're going to switch gears here. All right. Hi.
Hello.
I love this. I mean, I know I'm a horrible speller. How do you spell your name? I'm going to make you do it 3 times. Victoria, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. I love it when guests want to come back. Because it was something you forgot to say, or just, what do you want to do, or you're going to just tell me that you want to be a co-host, or you want to add value to the show, because I love it. So tell me, what was the things that, I mean, when you came to PAL, tell us one of the, we were just mentioning PAL and, you know, the value add to the community. What do you like about it?
It's basically like my second family, you know. We're really close to everybody over there. And I got to know a couple new people, and I just think it's great.
How old were you when you started doing PAL?
I was in 6th grade. I don't know how old I was at the moment, but I know it was 6th grade.
And so how long have you been involved?
Ever since then.
Well, we don't know how old you are, though. I guess you're not supposed to ask a lady how old they are, but, you know, you're not quite a lady, you know. Not that old.
I would say like 5-6 years.
Okay. Very cool. And other family members in it with you, or
my brother was in it.
Yeah.
But he graduated, or he's already 18, so once you're 18, you can't go anymore. I mean, unless you're intern.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you look to do that too? Be an intern?
Yeah. I mean, I volunteer all the time over there.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
What do you like to do mostly with the kids and stuff?
I like to play Uno with them. It may not seem like it, but I do.
You know, another good game that's made by the same creators of Uno is Skip Bow. Have you heard of Skip Bow?
No.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this game is awesome. Skip Bow. Write it down. The lady at the game store, she was telling us about it, that her and her family like to play. Because, you know, Nate and I, you know, these 30-some-year-olds walk in a game store and they're like, so are you looking for someone or yourself? We're like, yeah, just the two of us. Skip Bow. You got to check it out. But it's the same creators of Uno.
Is it similar to the game? Or?
It's similar to the game, but, like, it lasts a lot longer. And what we really like about it, too, is that you can play it with 2 people. You know, because there's sometimes hard game. Like, Uno isn't that fun to play with 2 people. You need at least 3 or more. But Skip Bow, if there's like 2 people that want to play a game, it's great. You can play it with more than 2, though.
You could flip baseball cards now.
Flip baseball cards. I wouldn't know how to do that one, but.
What's your favorite part about PAL?
I really enjoy being part of the Youth Leadership Council. It's just a group of high school students, you know, thinking of ways to make the community a better place, and yeah.
Nice.
Are you working on any projects right now?
Right now, we're working on the haunted house.
Oh, where's this at?
At the Teen Center, located at 1235 Chapala Street.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So wait, this is Victoria. So we're on Victoria, kind of. And which way? That way or that way? That way?
That way.
Past State Street?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm going to have to check this out. I love haunted houses.
That's not far from the marketplace?
It's right across.
Oh, right
yeah.
across. Okay, now I know where we're talking. Nice. We can just walk from our house to it.
Nice.
Very cool.
So what are, from your perspective, being in that leadership group, what are some of the qualities of a good leader?
I would say communication skills. You got to be able to communicate with everybody in order to get things done. And yeah.
How do you incorporate, or better yet, how do you get the other people that you're leading to get involved? How do you encourage them to participate?
We try to make it fun. Well, it is fun to me and everybody else in it. Just the thought of being a part of our community and improving it, we enjoy that. So, that's what I would recommend.
So I know you're working on the haunted house, which obviously is going to be there through October 31st for Halloween, right? Is that what it's for, or is it something else?
It's the weekend before.
The weekend before, okay. Yeah. What's the next project after that you'll be working on that maybe some of the people that are listening might want to get involved in?
We do our annual Thanksgiving baskets. So we create baskets for low-income families, and we give it to them. We deliver to their homes and all, and their reactions are always the best.
Oh,
that's cool.
Great.
That's very cool. Yeah.
And how many baskets do you make? I know you made a tremendous amount I forgot the amount, but it's a lot.
I don't remember. I think about 10, was it? Around there? Yeah.
Nice. But that's full meals.
Yeah,
it's
like turkey,
the
pies.
whole thing. Yeah, it's full. Yeah. Super. All right, let's take another break. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with a lot more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
All right. Speaking of leadership skills, we have Sam Gross in the house. I'm gonna put you on the hot seat. I don't even know what that is. That's as speed as the. So, whatever what that is. It's a French word for seat. What position do you play again?
I catch. And pitch a little bit.
Oh, and pitch. Catcher and pitcher. Different arm rotation, though.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of hard to go from one game to another.
Yeah, you're going to have to choose. That slot's that's not too good, I'm just saying. Not that I know anything about it. Just that you boys had caught. I'm just saying. Back to you. As far as the catching position goes, talking about communication, I mean, what do you think you need to be a good catcher? You want to list them?
You have to be able to be loud. And not be scared to say what you're thinking. Or just be a leader, too, not like...
Leader. I'm writing them down.
Just kind of like tell people what to do, kind of not let anyone tell you what to do. And not be afraid.
Not afraid.
And be big with your voice, not just like physically big.
Big voice. Okay. Do you think any of these would carry over in the classroom, you think?
Not the big voice part.
No. Do you think any of these skills would cross over in life, say?
Yeah, all of them.
All of these would cross over in life. Like maybe, a relationship with an umpire.
Yeah.
You think I would cross over with maybe a relationship, with
a teacher?
Teacher, or maybe a boss or something, Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, teacher would be good. It's fascinating. I think it's fascinating. Yeah?
What is it about pitching you like?
Yeah, pitching is a good thing.
I don't know. I just don't like to sit in the outfield or in the infield and not wonder when you're going to get the ball next. I like to be able to actually be a part of the game.
Yeah. And you're actually more in control of the game than any of the other 8 players.
Yeah.
Yes.
Between you and the catcher.
Sets the tone.
Yeah.
Would you say that position catcher, that you're a catcher, would you think that person would have a higher level, dropped a pen cap, a higher level of intelligence or a low level of intelligence? I'm just saying.
Probably higher.
Higher, you think? So I would think that, GPA, usually if you took all the catches in America, I would think that person would have a higher GPA, wouldn't you think?
Probably.
I would think so, too. It's fascinating.
Let me ask you a question, because this was an issue that was addressed on the Golf Radio Show, which follows the 9 a.m. broadcast of the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio program. And they were talking about in baseball, and this was either at the collegiate level, it was either at the World Series for the young kids, and for some reason I'm forgetting the name of it. Anyway, and about hitting a batter. And that one of the things that one of the pitchers did, and whether it was intentional or not, the very first pitch of the game, the pitcher hit the batter, which set the tone for the other players going, I don't know if I want to go up there and face this guy, because. What are your thoughts about that in relationship to sportsmanship on the field? Because the conversation that we had the other two gentlemen that I am a part of that program with, they were sort of kind of in favor of that being part of the game. And I'm thinking that to me should be an accident, not something that should be intentional.
Well, I think that's definitely a part of the game. Like, if you don't want to get hit, you shouldn't play. And, like, personally, I don't like playing and, like, not saying anything. I like saying stuff to the other team and kind of, like, getting under their skin and being annoying to them.
But I'm talking about hitting them with the ball.
That's fine. I've done that before on purpose.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
People have done it to me on purpose, too.
I understand. It just seems to me that...
See, this is the generation of transparency.
It has nothing to do with transparency.
Well, because my generation...
sportsmanship. That,
no, I know,
to me, is
I know.
not sportsmanlike conduct.
No, I know.
On the field.
No, I agree, but I think it's.
But that's just me.
No, I agree. I mean, it's it is part of the game. It's not. It's just you don't. You could say what it is and what it isn't, but it's not supposed to be. You could say it's not part of the game, but.
Yeah. I was just curious because that was a conversation that we had for 10 minutes or so on the program, and we also did not agree in that respect. In terms of
the reason why I say, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like you get a guy, and I'll just tell you, the guy's crowding the plate. Okay, and so you had to put the whole story to it. I've seen guys just crowd the plate and to try to get into a pitcher's head. So you just say, I'm not saying the guy's given a lot of room. Say, a guy he threw it at me. He's trying to. I'm not saying that he wasn't trying to throw it at his head. Okay, and so we got to. Why did he try to hit you? Well, maybe he was trying to get it. What's the other part of the story? The
pitcher owns the strike zone. If the batter leans into the strike zone and gets hit, then that's on the batter, and the pitcher's not intentionally trying to hit him.
Right.
It's when the pitcher intentionally tries to hit the batter. That's the problem I have.
That's unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, but again, you're saying it's part of the game, and I'm saying I disagree. But that's another thing. I'm curious about the pitches that you throw. Okay, I'm curious. What's your, I want to say, repertoire of pitches? What kind of pitches do you throw, and what are your better pitches?
I throw a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seam fastball, a curveball, a changeup, and I'm working on a knuckleball.
Okay.
But my best pitch is definitely my 2-seam and then curveball. I don't really like throwing the 4-seam.
Which one's your heat? Is that just the fastball?
2-seam.
Okay.
What do you like better, pitching or catching?
I'd say pitching right now because I've done it for like a less amount of time. So catching is just kind of like not getting boring, but like just pitching something like new to do.
How many comebackers have you caught that are hit right back at you? I mean, obviously the batter doesn't have as much control over where the ball's going to go, but it comes right back at you. I mean, you've got to have some unbelievable reflexes.
I haven't had any comeback.
Nothing yet?
Most kids are just late when they hit against me.
Yeah.
So it goes to right field.
How do you feel when they get a homer off of you?
That's never happened either.
Oh, okay. What is your ERA?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
You just started.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, very cool. I've always loved the game of baseball. Yeah. I mean, it just I'm a purist. I never liked when they switched to interleague play because it demeans the whole meaning of the World Series. And I didn't like when they turned the All-Star game into the winning league gets home field advantage. Again, it demeans the whole meaning of the whole process of the World Series.
To recant.
Sure.
I don't like any situation where there's unsportsmanlike conduct,
right.
But it just seems that there's unsportsmanlike conduct. I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying? That's all.
And that's where the umpires, they have to step in and control that.
I feel like getting hit on purpose isn't like a big part of unsportsmanlike conduct.
Right.
Like this season, some kids were like throwing rocks at us when we were hitting from the dugout. So that was definitely bigger than just getting hit by a pitch. Or like,
and I know batters. They'll lean in to try to get hit. I mean, they will try to get hit. You're not trying to hit them, but they'll lean in for that purpose so they can get the base.
Yeah.
But boy, if you get hit wrong, that can end your season or career.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's so troubling is some of these guys are really good and they're willing to risk their bread and butter, so to speak, just to get on base once.
Yeah.
But again, that's entirely up to them. But kudos to you for for what you're doing, and I hope that you're able to make it into the majors if that's what you want to do.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Aw. That was just
Very
so
cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Just be happy and find your happy. That's it. Whether it be pitching or catching, just have fun all the way along the way. So that's definitely okay. Is it time to
It is.
Okay. All right. Time to mosey around, Barbara, in that little refrigerator. Can you imagine? And Nate. All right. Let's take a little break. Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen, will be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday. It just dawned on me, my son's starting the doctorate program, and I'm like, oh dear, in 2 more weeks. I'm talking to Dr. May Chand, like, oh, did I tell you John's starting his doctorate program? And it just hit me. I don't know what happened.
You'll never hear from him.
I know, exactly.
If you don't hear from him now, you'll never hear from him.
Well, it's really great when Sam is telling me when my son's going to come back to visit. So this is great. Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
Sam Russell. Oh, he's coming back on Monday. Thank you, Sam, for telling me. So you're going to be doing soft toss now with my sons, right?
Yeah.
So I get a break. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I won't hit you anymore.
Oh, I know. It's true. I'm behind the screen, right? So he hits it. He crushes it, right? And the screen goes ting, and then it hits me right in the head. Are you okay? I'm fine. I remember these days. Ting. I'm like, oh, he just crushes it.
The ringing in your ears is still ringing.
Forehead. The bum is almost done, so it's right here. And he's so funny because you want to move? I go, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm gonna move. Like, what do you think you are? Like Genghis, King Kong, doink, doink. He can really hit the ball. It was really good. You got me all fired up. You're really good.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Very cool.
It's kind of cute when somebody calls, you want a soft toss with me? I mean, how can I say no to that?
Well, that doesn't sound like a soft toss, though.
Yeah, I know. Like, he's like, really.
Unless he's tossing bricks or something.
I throw him good, though, huh?
Yeah.
Were you surprised?
Yeah.
Yeah? That was, you see how fast he said yeah? He said yeah really fast. Yeah.
Well, better than my mom.
Oh, no. Your mom's awesome. But I know.
Well, better soft toss.
Well, no, because I had 2 boys. I mean, and I did pitch. I bowled.
Good clarifications.
Yeah, no. Well, your mom, I was just like, I'm sure your mom's awesome. But yeah, I am really good. I'm just saying. Well, I had a cage in my backyard. That's why.
Very cool. Very cool.
I'm talking about, we needed to get the old little scholarships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to have it.
Absolutely.
Besides,
I have the right equipment to practice.
I know how to threaten my boys. I'm just a really good threatener. That's all that is. What are you laughing at? It's the truth.
I can imagine.
It was factual.
It's the truth.
It was threatening. No food for you. No, I'm not. I didn't. I didn't
going to
threaten
dinner
food.
or bed without dinner.
Exactly.
right.
No food for you. No, my kids like
You're going to
those
dinner
are
with
the
no
greatest
bed.
times.
I know.
Those are really the greatest times. Actually, I can't. Those. I mean, we didn't do the games and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, I mean, you've got a little twist on the dad and the kid going out to toss baseballs. To play catch.
Yeah, it's true.
Only in this case, it was
Mommy.
directed. Well, yes, it was mommy.
Yeah.
But it was directed towards a goal of getting him prepared for.
We just
college.
we got a late start. I mean, the honest truth was I coached them in basketball till 8th grade, and they didn't look at Sam, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and if they're not 6 foot by 8th grade, I'm like, oh, SHIT. I mean, they started getting fuzzies, and I'm like, they developed early, so that means your kid topped. I mean, they're done. Okay, so and I'm like, oh, Mom, we got to shift sports. Now, see, height. So, I mean, that means they early developed, and
next
so
to the cage, you could have gotten one of those stretch racks.
Yeah,
that they used
I just thought they were going to be
made
stretch
them 6
out.
feet.
Yeah,
exactly.
I know basketball, and they were great basketball players. But if you're not 6 foot in 8th grade, you're done.
Yeah. I think they call that traction now, don't they?
Yeah,
Traction.
exactly.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever have to
Just
put your
put a
feet in
halo.
traction?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yes. If you have a brachymetatarsia, which is a short metatarsal, you can you can lengthen it.
Is it true that if you break a bone in your foot, or in particular a toe, there really isn't anything that can be done because the bones are so small Or
not necessarily. It just depends on where the brake is, the angle of the brake. You know, I mean,
a lot of variables.
There's a lot of variables. Yeah. So sometimes, I mean, you know, sometimes they're so bad, a toe fracture, I have taken them to the OR because if the bone is completely displaced, right, and the toe is completely angled,
right,
it's going to heal like that,
right,
which is not going to be very comfortable. So instead, you have to go in and take them and straighten the toe back out. It's not very common, but it happens for sure. I've
had my friends make it like, because I did all the healthy organic, you know, I didn't want to put all that stuff, but my friend, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not mentioning names, but they wanted all of the not healthy because they wanted the hormones, because they were making it like, no, that's going to make your kid bigger. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And I don't even know if that's true, but I'm like, I want to put that stuff in my kid's body.
Oh, actually, this is so funny.
I don't even know if that's true.
Well, there was this, okay, so we went to this person's house, and they had the cutest dog. It looks like a puppy. It was like a golden retriever, but it's not a puppy. It's a full-blown, like, grown dog, but it got stunted, and so it's like in a puppy like size, because it did have to get hormones when it was like little, because it was really, really sick, which stunted its growth. Ooh. But made it really, really cute. And then so one of my other friends was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this to my dog. I was like, okay, here, let's not do that. But I mean, it was a really cute dog, because it looked like a puppy, but it was not a puppy. Right. It was a grown dog.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
So see, sometimes those hormones are not
too opposite.
Depends
on the opposite of what you
That's what would happen
do.
to me. It would be the opposite.
Stunt your growth.
Wait a minute. I was trying to get John to 6, and he's only 3 feet tall. And now what are we going to do?
I just like healthy. I'm like, oh, no, we're going to do healthy and then whatever. But, I mean, I just believe there's always a plan and everything, so whatever.
What's the most common foot problem that you deal with on a day-to-day basis?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if there's a common one. It depends. Common ones. So like dermatological, I would say like ingrown toenails. Okay. Tons of ingrown toenails.
What's that?
Yeah,
lots.
Good question.
Well, it can be genetic, so it's just like the way your toenails grow. Okay. A lot of women, it gets from pedicures, because the pedicurist cut them incorrectly. Trauma to the toe can cause it. Cutting your toenails incorrectly. I mean, the list goes on and on. Fungus in the toenails cause it. When it comes to like, there's a lot of heel pain, lots of trauma, you know.
How much damage does the wrong style, if you will, of shoe do to a foot as the days and the weeks and the months and the years go on? Because I have to tell you, I see specifically, you know, when you see these entertainment programs featuring the Hollywood elite walking the red carpet and the women in those tall, I guess, stiletto heels.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, that just cannot be good, not only for your posture, but for your feet, because all of your weight is sliding down on your toes.
It's true, but you know those women aren't really wearing those that long. They're wearing them on the red carpet, and then they're going and changing into like little ballet flats, you know, or barefoot or flip-flops.
Well, don't tell us that.
It's pretty much like what happens now at weddings. Like almost every wedding now that you go to, the bridesmaids are given flip-flops, you know, where you're in those shoes just for like the ceremony, for the pictures, and then once it's done, you are in flip-flops.
All right.
So, but yeah, I mean, shoes like that are obviously terrible, and most people can't wear them for very long. There's a few people that can really wear them a long time. I don't know how they do it, but it is bad for your feet, yes, for most people's feet.
Are the harder material type shoes, regardless of the heel's normal, let's say, the harder materials, especially in dress shoes, maybe even for men, do you really need to have more of a softer kind of shoe?
Like the top cover, or
the shoe has more flexibility rather than, because I used to own pairs of boots years ago, and I had to stop wearing them because they were just they were just too stiff. There was no flexibility when I walked.
Well, it depends on your foot structure. So if you have more of a flat foot that's really flexible, like so hypermobility, you actually should be wearing a more rigid soled shoe. And actually people that have very cavus or high arched feet that are rigid can wear more flexible shoes. But typically most patients have more of the flat foot structure that overpronate, that have hypermobility in their foot, and they actually should be wearing shoes with more rigidity. not with more flexibility.
Since you've been a foot doctor for a while, I'm assuming, does it not like bug you, or you don't think it's
as you're assuming?
anymore?
What are you trying to say? That I look old here?
I don't know how long you've been a doctor for.
Sorry, what was the question?
Does it not like bug you, or do you not think it's like nasty to like work with feet anymore?
This is what I always tell people when they ask me that question. There are definitely worse parts of the body to work with every day than the foot. The foot's not too bad if you think about other parts of the body. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you find the most interesting about your job?
I would say the versatility, like, it's never the same, right? So, I mean, you do have sometimes like, an ingrown toenail is an ingrown toenail, but then sometimes you have an ingrown toenail that then turns out to be like melanoma in the toe, right? So I usually biopsy most of those, and you just see like all different kinds of things, because just like us, not one foot is literally the same, right? So it is interesting in that way. It's never boring. Never.
And in sports medicine, for example, with all of the different sports, you're not going to wear the same shoe for all those sports.
Very true.
How do you know what the right footwear is for the given sport? I mean, what are the parameters that you
Well, I mean, sometimes
evaluate?
you can't pick that, though, right? Because if you're like going to wear cleats, you're going to wear cleats. Or if you're going to be a ballerina and you're wearing point shoes, you're going to wear point shoes. None of those things are really good for anybody's feet. What we have to do is we just have to like train our bodies to be able to wear those kind of shoes and do it correctly to kind of minimize as many injuries. But it's not really about the shoe wear and those kind of things.
Is there like a special kind of sock that you could wear that like minimizes foot pain or something?
No. But that's a good idea, right? I'm going to invent a sock, yes.
That's it. Called the footsie.
I'm sure there's already probably a sock.
Is it? Really?
Yeah.
Not Dr. May's footsie.
No, not mine.
May's footsie. May's footsie. Okay, I'm just, whatever. It just came to me. Laugh now. Laugh now. You never know. I'm going to Google search it right now. I'm going to buy the URL. So listen. Just kidding. Okay, let's take a break. All right, this is Erica Salda, the Queen of Team. We've got a shorty right after this. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
And we're back. We're on Sunday at 6 now, right?
Correct.
Yay! I just love Les.
You might want to be a little more specific.
Oh, Sunday at 6.
AM or PM?
PM.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's what I meant
6
by being more
PM.
specific.
Oh, I love that. I love that time.
Yeah.
Tuesday, 9 a.m., Tuesday, 11 p.m., Sunday, 6 p.m., and, of course, Barbara Potter's favorite, Monday at 3 a.m.
Apple pie eaten
Yes.
Monday
Peanut
morning,
butter.
3
And Nate,
a.m.
peanut butter and apple pie for Barbara. That's it.
You
Barbara,
betcha, Barbara.
Barbara, I love you. But when you sit next to somebody and somebody says, I know you, you're that radio gal. And I'm like, oh my God. It's not that. It's that everybody stared at me. And I'm like,
yeah.
and I love that, actually. No. Can you imagine? Oh, more looks. I know, really. Are you looking at me? Yes, you are. And then my friend Ann Daly said, oh, God. I go, stop it now. You know what? This is Postmaster Ann Daly. So if you don't get your mail, there she is. Anybody have any complaints about the mail? Here she is. I thought she was going to kill me. I know. And like, what kind of hen are we going to get today right now, Ann Daly? I'll pay for it. She whispers at me. We love Ann Daly. We love the Postal Service, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness, what they had to go through, huh?
Oh,
Phew, they've had some battels.
unbelievable, yeah.
Yes, and everything. Yeah, they've had a lot of
Don't
stuff
envy
going
them
on.
their job in the bizarre weather.
Oh my God, she's pre-retirement or whatever. She's 40 years, the Postal Service.
By the way, you do realize that there's nothing in the in the postman's what is that list of delivering in the hail and the sleet and the snow. There's nothing in there about natural disasters.
Yeah.
So they don't deliver during fires or floods.
Yeah.
They don't deliver during earthquakes or tsunamis, okay? So let's not have any of those. So we can keep getting our name.
they actually had to store all that stuff. Actually, they did. They went up with the boats and everything.
Yeah,
oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, their job doesn't stop. It's 24/7.
Yeah.
Oh, I get all the stories. Top secret, though. Confidential. Don't worry. And
Stick all the mail in watertight containers and let them float.
It's just what they do. When you behind the scenes, that we don't actually even know the stories. I mean, that job is love. That's a love job, boy. All
There's
the way.
a movie in there somewhere.
Yeah, big time. So, anyways, feet.
Feet.
What a lot of people don't.
We all have them. Most all of us have them.
We all have our feet. That's for sure. Okay, let's talk about these feet because I mean I noticed your shoes that you were wearing. When people are getting sandals, because you said a lot of people wear these little flip-flops, should they be concerned about what kind of sandals that they should get? Like, do they have arches, or should just go random flaps? Why are you laughing? I don't know anything about it. I just wear sneakers. Those
You better let her answer. We're running out of time.
Well, so this is the thing, right? So everyone's foot is different. So there's not one specific shoe for every single person, right? So you have to know what kind of foot structure you have, right? And what your problems are. And it even goes to the structure of your knees and your hips and your back. Is there a leg length discrepancy? So not one shoe is the shoe, right? We all need different kinds of shoes.
So we need to make an appointment with you.
Exactly. You got to get your feet evaluated, and then I'll tell you what kind of shoes to get.
So your number is?
Here we go. 805-845-1245.
She's the best. I've been to her multiple times. Actually, she saved me and fixed me. So we got to go to Dr. Mae Chandler. And guess what? We're out of time. Santa Barbara, there's no place better on the planet to live. God bless you. See you next week.